Hi guys, in this another tutorial video we're gonna break down even more in depth what is Bitcoin ETF and why people are so excited about it. First thing, let's cover the basics and let's go back where everything's began. Okay, first of all, spot Bitcoin ETF essentially collects investors' money to purchase Bitcoin directly. Then the Bitcoin ETF is managed by an investment firm. Whoever firm create its own product, own ETF, and offer this ETF to the clients. So this is very important because for a lot of people buying cryptocurrencies, learning about cryptocurrencies, it's a hard task. They're not excited about, it's complicated, blockchain, which crypto is real, which crypto isn't, right? So this is essentially for people that just want a little exposure, a little gamble on the side. While it's very common knowledge what was Bitcoin and created for the more or better part of the last 15 years, most people didn't take it seriously. Most people expected Bitcoin to go away and to be just another fraud. But essentially, with this current approval from the government and allowance to be offered on the exchanges through the ETF, it's a major step. So big investors who usually buy gold, buy commodities, invest in different startups. This is just simple different way to diversify their portfolio and to get exposure on the markets. Very important. Trading directly through the crypto exchanges for some people could be complicated, and you should have a Coinbase account. Then if you want to store your crypto, you should probably create a Coinbase wallet, so you will take your custody into your full control. Then if you want to take stuff even further, you can take the crypto on your cold storage. So all these steps are pretty, if not complicated, I would say pretty annoying and deeming, right? So this is why big investors essentially are creating a pool of not only Bitcoin, but in a case with Bitcoin futures, they're comprising different crypto assets under Bitcoin ETF futures contracts. So essentially the volatility over there will be even greater. Investors now will be available to benefit from the added protections on the ETF structure and get Bitcoin exposure as part of diversified portfolio with less volatility, something that I mentioned earlier. Very important is that people who usually will be investing most likely not going to be the little guy. It's not going to be me and you. Investing in Bitcoin ETF could be a good option for people who are looking for more traditional way of investing, right? Don't forget that all these funds will be charging you a fee, which media already speculates will be higher than the fees that you will be paying, for example, on Coinbase to buy or trade crypto. The ETF structure could also make it easier for some institutional investors to enter to the crypto market, which now we can speculate that a lot of these retirement funds, pension funds will be having a board meetings and they will be suggesting or offering to their clients, to allocate a small portion of the fund towards crypto. I bet this will happen very soon. But don't forget that still crypto is one of the highest, if not the highest risk possible, simply because the speculation and the lack of true regulation, right? SEC it's not in charge of the crypto market. SEC is in charge only of the stock market, of the securities market. So the lack of actual clear regulation has put a big shadow on the crypto market. And you probably wonder, but if that's all the case, why would you even considering buying the Bitcoin ETF? Well, they will make it easier for you simply because they are going to offer you these three ETFs through the brokers. So they know exactly which brokers you're using, right? So you expect the most popular brokers such as, let's say, Webull, Robinhood, Fidelity, Schwab. They know exactly which brokers you're using. So they're going to target these brokers and they're going to offer you their ETF through these brokers. It's like, it will be similar as you buying the S&P 500, right? ETF from the different providers and different funds. Bitcoin ETFs are available through most brokers who offer traditional securities. Some of the brokers may also offer opportunity to invest in Bitcoin directly, which in my opinion is something that most people want to consider. ETFs trade on traditional exchanges such as New York Stock Exchange, Nasdaq, and earlier I mentioned that the futures are trading on Chicago Mercantile as well. If you're interested in why this offering cryptocurrency, you can go directly and invest into digital coins, something that we already talked about. As you can see over here, now we can go through the cost of buying these ETFs. Something known as the expense ratio, which means how much these people will charge you if you buy into their ETF. Okay, so I have the chart over here, expense ratios, variations. You see, some of them will be charging you up to, you see, 1.5% grayscale Bitcoin trust. So this is the one where a lot of outflows happen. This is, according to a lot of people from the industry, main reason for the slide in Bitcoin price for the last 2 weeks. As you can see, they're charging you 1.5% expense ratio. This is why a lot of people will be selling off, or they simply want to be allocating from this particular ETF to some other ETF, because you can see you can get the same service, or okay, let's say similar service, for a fraction of the cost. You can get it for like 20 cents, right? 0.20%, right? 25%, right? 20, 29, 39, 49, 25. Still much cheaper. I would say 3-4 times cheaper than what people used to pay on Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. So now you guys understand that if the big guys, the smart money, are counting their cents by simply choosing a provider offering the same, if not similar service, right, for a better cost expense ratio, well, maybe you should consider this as well. For more tips and tricks like this, guys, subscribe and follow for more.